All my bitches bad as shit. We on top like chandelier. We make a movie, curve full of baddies and bougies. Glocks like fans and Uzis. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweep that bit like Nudie. Only my lose me. I'm in here clutching the Uzi. Sliding big truck like Dooley. Ducking the groupies. I'm not the type to be choosy. I gotta ride with the tool. I thought you knew me. I don't gotta go to no job. Rapping and chopping my duties. Smoke be thicker than Fox. Woods be bigger than logs. Yeah, I'm not your average buddy. Yeah, it's a couple of bags on a buddy. She gon' give me some head and get lucky. We could be on the beat somewhere lovely. I be mixing the walk with the bubbly. I swear she put no one above me. All my bitches bad as shit. We on top like chandelier. We make a movie, crib full of baddies and bougies. Glocks and fans and Uzi. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweet some bit like Nudie. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweet that bit like Nudie. All my bitches bad as shit. We on top like chandelier. We make a movie, crib full of baddies and bougies. Glocks and fans and Uzi. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweet that bit like Nudie. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweet that bit like Nudie. They calling me special. Diamonds be that's retarded. We got the best in the market. I'm in a Tesla full of chrome hearts. Pushing the button to park it. Got a dot on the shirt like Target. When I drop that pic, she hearted. Even though sometimes I'm heartless. Put ice right where my heart is.
Gunplay, what it do, man? Don Logan, man.
Boy, I'm just about to say that, boy. Nigga done spoke this shit up for a minute, huh?
Man. So right now,
Nah, I gotta do cheers first, bro.
man, congratulations on your freedom, man.
Yes.
It ain't no more free no more.
Same to
Freedom,
you.
man. Freedom.
Same to you, man. Absolutely.
So right now we at Mickey Speak Easy out here.
Yeah.
Out here in Broward. And I brought you on this show because it's a lot of things you want to get off your chest that, due to legal reasons you wasn't able to talk about.
Yeah.
And, I hate to know that you in a position that you can't even defend your name. You have to let the media, social media, the public defame you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just had to let them run with the narrative, you know what I'm saying? And that's tough.
But the same media that defame you, they're not here to say that you've been vindicated.
Exactly.
You've been acquitted.
Exactly.
You've been clear of all these false allegations.
Yeah, they're not even here, you know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you that the media is fed only by negativity. You know what I'm saying? If you got a happy ending to the story, they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear this happy ending. They don't want to hear. They want to stay in their mind that Gunplay is a serial gun pulling, child abuser, wife beater. They want to just run with that narrative, cokehead, and they just want to leave it. You know what I'm saying? They don't know I've been a responsible adult for over a decade now. You know what I'm saying? Like since my last case. So I don't let that shit bother me, my nigga. I just, it's Instagram. All I gotta do is turn that shit off like that. And that shit don't exist no more.
And we're talking about these allegations. They were talking about you pull out a gun on your child.
Yeah.
Your child. Ocean.
So my charges were battery with a deadly weapon, false imprisonment, and child abuse, no great bodily harm. And I was supposedly I upped the pole on her and told her I was gonna blow her shit back, and then dropped the gun and picked up my daughter and just started choking her.
Right.
This is what she said I did.
Surreal.
Yeah, and so I go to court. I mean, I try to look at I'm like, why am I? So I said, how am I even getting charged with this? They said because she had scratches on her, and the baby had scratches, and I'm like, I didn't even touch. I picked up the baby to take her out the house when she was throwing on the glass. But yeah, they don't know what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
But check this out. All this, we got surveillance to all this.
Yeah, I got it on my phone and on the nanny cam.
But we're gonna find out what happened. We're gonna talk about what happened to that. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So it was August 19, 2023, and I was eating some food at Fleming Steakhouse. We just finished eating dinner. She told me right before we was about to leave, she said, you know what I love about you? I said, what? She said, you really know how to wine and dine a bitch. And I was like, that's odd, but, thanks, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So we go home, we get a small little PS bottle, you know what I'm saying, of tequila, Patron. We both take little shots. Boom, boom, boom. I get on the game in the bedroom. She get on live with the baby in her hand, and she real loud, like on live, like extra loud. Like she be on live, but she don't be like this and talking. I'm like, the fuck? I'm playing Call of Duty, dog. I can't hear.
Right.
So even through the headphone, niggas like, boy, your background. So I'm like, hey, look.
I've had too many shots or something.
So I figured that, and I know when she get drunk, she go to tripping, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if she mixed her liquor, and we both had 3 glasses of wine and 1 shot of tequila. You know what I'm saying? And at the dinner. So once I knew she was kind of like mixing a little bit, I'm trying to stay away from her. So I about to take the game into the living room, and a couple months prior to that, in our last little spot, we had an 80-inch, but the shit don't work no more. So we was gonna leave it where it was at, and we had a little argument, and I was drunk, and I took a frying pan to the TV,
right? And
I broke the TV, and I laughed, and I was like, cause it don't even work. We're gonna go buy a new one in a couple months. In a month or so, because we're about to move down to Brickell. So I go in the living room. Here she comes. No, you're not gonna ruin another TV. First of all, I bought everything in this house, and I'll buy it 5 times if I fucking want to.
Right.
Okay? So no, you're not gonna bring that. So she grabs the cord out the TV, grabs the Xbox, goes into the baby room, hides it somewhere. I'm like, so the whole time I'm like I'm on the phone. So she hearing my dog hearing what's going on. So I just had to I said, man, I'll call you back, dog. He started hearing her spazzing out and shit. So I said, I'll call you back. I go into the laundry room. I made like a little studio in there because it was big enough where I had a little space where I could make a little nook where I could make, you know what I'm saying, put a table, put a laptop, 2 speakers, a microphone, pad it up.
Get in your creative space.
And I can get in my creative space. So I say, let me go in here, dog. So I go in there, I close the laundry room door, so I'm just in there. Here she come, opening the door with the baby in the hand, right? Mind you, I just broke my phone in Jamaica, like maybe a month or 2 before that. She bought me a new phone and was gonna send it to Jamaica, but I told her, nah, I'm not gonna be here that long. I'll just, you know what I'm saying? I'll just wait till I get back. And she gave me the phone, but she had the phone in her name. I never took it out of her name. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? I forgot, nigga forgot. Yeah. So she comes in the whatchamacallit, and in the laundry room, and there is footage of her holding the baby, or she had her arms crossed or something. And she was like, I'm gonna turn your phone off. And I'm like, that's what she told me. She told her ex before he knocked her funky ass out.
Right.
She really got her ass beat before.
Right.
So I was trying to be the nigga that's never gonna put the hands on you. You know what I'm saying? So she told me that to try to gaslight me or provoke me. And I'm like, all right, y'all. I was on live, and they got a footage of that too. And I was like, all right, y'all, man, I'm finna go. So you can see, I'm totally docile at this moment. You could do what you gonna turn. Okay, I'm gonna, cause I know you assholing right now. You about to go off into another fucking zone. So then after that, she's like, oh, I want a divorce. She tries to give me some papers or whatever. I'm like, I'm not signing that right now. I'll wait till Monday morning where I go get me a lawyer, bro. She was like, no, sign it now. I want a divorce. I'm sick of this shit. I don't know what you sick of, bitch. You don't work. You don't make no money. What are you fucking sick of? You sick of going to a restaurant every day?
Right.
You sick of living in Brickell?
Right.
What are you sick of? You sick of being on TV? What are you sick of?
Right.
What? Anyway, so I'm like, nah, we're gonna wait. So she like, no, sign it now. She grabbed a computer, bam, hit me in the back of the head. I said, see, now you tripping. I said, I know it's gonna calm you down. Yep, she's at it again, and that's when she stopped. I'm like, she was like, man, that's when she started snapping. You a fuck nigga. You always calling police. I have to.
It's toxic.
I have to. There's no other choice other than whacking your stupid ass.
Yeah, it's toxic.
Which I would never do, but you pushing me to a limit where You want me to put my hands on you, dog,
Right.
and I'm not finna do it, dog. And you play police games, dog. So let me just do this, dog. Let me just go ahead on and remove your funky ass from out of my domain right now. You know what I'm saying? I call him to get her removed.
Right.
I don't call him to press no charges and do
Right.
no funky shit.
You need a
bro.
middleman. You need
I need somebody with authority that's gonna just come and grab her and take her out my fucking presence, bro. So I call him. She calmed down instantly. I say, you know what? Don't worry about it. I said, I got it under control. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So then she's now, once the phone hang up, she's back at it. Now she starts making up shit on her live, making up shit. She starts saying, oh no. She calls up a hip hop and goes, "Oh, I'm not filming. If you release anything from me and Richard, I'm gonna sue you. We're not filming. He's not filming. We're not filming no more. I'm done." Da da da. And I'm like, "Oh Lord."
And you were the one that brought her on the show.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So she then she starts getting on her live, and then she starts making up these delusions and tries to gaslight me and say, she's like, "And my father pays all the bills." What? This girl here, bro. And so I'm just like, your father pays the bills? Bitch, you handle my money. I put you as the main character on my account, monkey hoe. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking about? Your daddy ain't got no fucking money, nigga. What the Bruh, in your mind, you think your daddy got all his money, dog. There ain't no money, nigga. Nigga, ain't no foreigns nowhere, bro. Nowhere. I don't know what the fuck are you talking about. So anyway, in her mind, her daddy rich.
But I would tend to think being on that show, it pays handsomely.
Yeah,
and
dude.
You'll be able to maintain the lifestyle that you're living.
Yes.
Okay.
And that shit Gucci.
And not only you, it was also paying her as well. So we're talking about two incomes coming into this household.
That I just brought into this household, bro. So, talking about her father paying the bills and this and that. And that's when I'm like, all right, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? You just go. So she's still going off. The police call back to make sure you straight. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
This specific night we're talking about, because you know
Yeah,
you kind of went back far. Is this
is the same night.
This is
everything that's happening. You know what I'm saying?
I want to make the transition clear, because remember we had the incident with the TV prior to that.
Yeah, that was another. That was at
Okay,
another
so now
party.
we're
That was
transitioning to
before.
the actual night.
Yeah, that's been
okay.
the. Yeah, now I just said that because she said,
Gotcha.
"Oh, you're gonna ruin another TV."
Gotcha.
You're talking about a TV from 3 months ago in a whole nother apartment that didn't even work. That
Gotcha.
we was gonna leave there or get rid of anyway.
So this specific night, police.
So
called
that
back.
this is the So now this is the night where the police came and took me to jail. So she So now at this point, dog, I'm like, I got my head in my hands. I'm laying on the bed and I'm just on my phone. I keep recording her. You know what I'm saying? I'm recording her while she's snapping and doing the most. And it kept running out of fucking space, so I had to delete shit. So I'm deleting shit while she arguing, and I'm recording her again, and I'm trying to record. So I got a lot of footage, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then she's crying and spazzing. She calls her grandmother, and she's like, "Yeah, I just talked to my grandma, and you know, she's been married for 50 years. She, you know, says we need to talk it out and work it out. And you know what I mean? I don't want to go to war. She's crying and this and that. And something told me it wasn't me. It was God. Because I know when I need to finesse a situation to get up out of it. I could have said, I don't want to go to war neither, baby. Let's just fuck and make up. And then on Monday, I was going to go get the divorce for real. But something told me, something told me to say, I do. And when she said, I don't want to go to war, and something told me, dog, I was like, I do. And I looked her dead in the face.
She snapped.
Snap.
Yeah. That was not,
Snapped
not
off.
the choice word.
Was like, from crying,
yeah, she snapped.
she went and went into the kitchen and came back with 4 glasses. 1, 2, 3, 4, click, 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 click. And grabbed one, boom! And I had the phone in my hand, bro. I dropped the phone. I picked up the pillow. Threw another one. Bam. Threw another one. Glasses.
Jesus.
Drinking like these. These right here. These
Yeah.
exact same kind of shits. Wakam. Bakata. Bakata. And I'm like, yo, that shit hitting on the wall, breaking on the wall, breaking on the wall, breaking on me, nigga, on my arm behind the pillow, like, bang, this shit still breaking.
Was she
like,
ever this whole time?
Yeah, she did this before.
Okay.
She did this before, and that's when I called police, and they took her to the drunk tank. You know what I'm saying? I got her removed from her own place.
So the audience would want to ask, why would you want to stay in a relationship like this if this occurred? Like, if you could get any man,
Of
you
course.
you could get anybody you want.
Of
What
course.
made you stay in this?
A baby. She pregnant. It was over. I'm stuck. Fucking stuck. I'm stuck with the devil. So now, she throwing the glass. Pakata, pakata, pakata. She pick up the little ass bottle that we had. No, we had like a little bottle of Patron. She opened it, threw the contents on me, and threw it at me. I blocked it with this elbow right here. Bam! It broke. Bam! I fucked my elbow up. She took a bottle of vodka that we had there and at our little mini bar. Took a bottle of vodka, opened it, boom, threw the contents, threw the whole bottle at me. It broke on my heel, on my.
Sound like some Wesley Snipes movie. I'm talking about pouring contents.
Yeah,
and
type shit. It broke.
Cancel.
It broke on my shin and gashed me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm bleeding. So now there's glass all over the floor.
Where's the baby?
She put the baby in the stroller in the doona right in front of the door. There's a door. The door to the apartment goes in like that, and there's like a little walkway, and then you turn, and it's the kitchen and the living room and the bedroom. So she's in that little doorway, so she can't really see nothing. She can't really. All I know there's glass being thrown. So I go to try to go get the baby. She ran back to the kitchen and got more shit. Now she throwing shit from the mini bar. She throwing more glass. Anything she could get her hands on, though.
Why didn't you just leave the premises?
I couldn't, bro. Like, I couldn't. She was by that door, dog. So hold on, I ain't
gotta ask
finished.
these questions,
I ain't finished. I'm gonna tell you. So she's throwing all of this shit and she's yelling help, while she's throwing all of this shit at me, right? So I call police again, right? But no. I can't find my phone.
Yeah,
Because they had called me back already, and I was like everything is good, but I can't find my phone at this time. I'm looking for my phone. I can't find it. Glass all over the floor. I'm cutting my foot. I go to the bathroom area, to the bedroom to go into the bathroom so I could go get something to put some on my cut, like the shit, cause I'm bleeding, some toilet paper or something. So I go in there. She come in there with more glass and the phone. Like this, filming me, throwing glass at me while I'm on the ground, calling me all kind of names, this and that. Fuck nigga that, fuck nigga that. Look at you now. And I'm on the floor like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm chilling like, dog, what are you doing, bro? Snap out of this shit. And because at this point, I want to make sure it's obvious I'm victim. If you're filming, because she's like this. So if you film, I just want you can see I'm victim. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna fucking flip you upside down. I'm gonna sit here and take your little whoop the whoops, and then when the crackers see it, they gonna deal with this shit, not me. So she on the floor, she's still throwing shit at me. Now she's throwing shot glasses because that's all that's left at the mini bar and shit. She's throwing shot glasses at me. Them shits is hurting because they breaking on me and there's little itty bitty little slivers in my shit, though. So now both of my legs is bleeding, bro. And she goes back. I get up. She goes back into the kitchen, comes back, and she got a knife this time. And that pillow that I had that I was blocking myself with was in the corridor from the bathroom, from the bedroom to the bathroom. So I pick up the pillow and I'm like, all right, now you know what I'm saying? This shit getting real. And she backing me down into the bathroom because I was in that little corridor trying.
So you in the standoff?
Yeah. And I got the pillow and I'm like, yo, and I'm like, the second she lunge at me, bro, I'm finna. Boy, that'll be the last lunch this fucking monkey ever do. Right. I can guarantee you that. So I'm like, and she did like this and backed me down. Her eyes is going like this, googly as fuck. Like you can see, she not even looking at me, bro. She's looking through me at the wall, bro. She walks, backs me down, and then she goes and puts it to her arm and presses down like this.
Wow.
And I'm thinking she gonna try to slit her wrist and kill herself.
Wow.
And I'm like, yo, snap out of it. I'm your husband. What is you doing? She presses down and then she lifts it back up and then turns around and walks away and goes into the, it looked like the bitch hovered into the fucking kitchen like a demonic entity, ghost type vibe. Bitch went, motherfucker hovered, nigga. I shit you not. I'm probably exaggerating, but it looked like the fucking demon hovered. Back to the fucking kitchen. She goes
traumatized by that.
Nigga, I'll never forget this fucking shit. She goes back to the kitchen. She gets more glass. Comes back, cause now I'm like trying to walk out the bathroom in that corridor. She had backed me down to the bathroom already. So now I'm trying to walk back out. When she walked back, more glass. Now the whole the mirror behind me broken, shatters. Blah! The sink breaks. She throws the glass up everywhere, bro. Blah, blah, making a big old.
Is the baby crying? Where's
the baby? Is still in the front door,
okay.
by the front door. She's
sure
in the stroller, right? And she put the blanket over the whole stroller because she knew she was about to fucking wig.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, cause when I got there, she was covered with a. So at this point now she's throwing that shit, and now I'm like, nah, she's not gonna stop. I need to go grab this baby and get out the house.
Right.
At this point, I need to grab this child.
That's my concern right now. It's the baby.
I need to get her out this house because once you start doing that, she goes back into the kitchen to go get more glass and more plates or whatever, anything she could throw at me.
Right. That could shatter.
That could shatter. So while she's in the cupboards grabbing shit, the baby's right there in the corridor. I grab the baby. I lift up. I take off the shit. I grab the baby, and here she comes. She dropped everything in her hand. No, don't touch my baby. And she grabbed the baby like it was a shirt, fam. Like it was a dirty rag, fam. I'm talking about like it's a human, bro. Like she grabbed that shit and she just had heart surgery, open heart surgery 6 months prior, bro. I said, yo, I let her go. Once I felt that tug was like on some, like a shirt, I let her go. I let her go. I open the door. I run out the door. Once you come out the apartment, you go to the right. You got two apartments right here, so facing each other. So I'm knocking on both doors. Help me, please, help. I'm yelling help. Then I think about it. I said, dog, I got my fucking pole in there. I got a whole stick in here, bro. This bitch tripping. She might go get it and come kill me. So I start going down the hallway towards the staircase. So just in case you come and I see that shit come around that corner, bitch, I'm running down them stairs, bitch. So I waited. I'm like, yo, I'm knocking on everybody's door on the way to the staircase. Help me, help. I'm saying help.
So your pole is not in a safe place. It's not contained. It's not.
Nah, my shit is right next to the bed. My shit right next to where I sleep on the bed on the side of me, leaning up on the wall, and I have my nightstand there, and then I have my jewelry box on top of it with my phone. I keep those three things always in the same space in my house, bro. Unless I take my phone and go out somewhere else, but my jewelry and my stick is always next to each other, dog. So I'm down the hallway and I see her come out. She got the baby in one hand like this. She got the phone in this hand, and she pulling her luggage. She pulling a stroller, roller bag, luggage. Right. And she on the phone, I guess with her monk ass mama, and she's like, mommy, call the police, call the cops, Why you ain't call the cops, faggot? You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't call the cops, bitch? Why you trying? That's how you know you's a funky monkey hoe. So she call the hotline, and I'm like, so I go back in. I go back in there to go get my phone now. I need to find my damn phone, dog. Where my phone at? I'm looking. under the couch, on the couch, over the couch, in the fucking bedroom, under the bed, under the this, under the. I'm looking everywhere. My fucking phone. Fuck, I'm cutting up my feet throughout my house looking for my shit. I say, fuck it, dog. I go downstairs. I take the elevator. I go to the concierge in my building. I say, yo, call police, man. My wife just left the house. She's drunk. She got a baby in her hand with no stroller, bruh. And I look he got the security cameras, got the TV screens there, and I can see the car coming down the ramp and about to open up and go out into the street. And I'm like, there she goes right there. There's no fucking stroller or a car seat in that car, and she's drunk with a baby, bruh. And so the police come, right?
So they ain't let her out.
Yeah, they let her out. She gone, boy. Wherever she went to go call police and make up the whatever monkey ass lie that bitch made up. So she goes, so police come, we go upstairs. It took about 45 minutes for a DV detective to come. So I'm there, I'm waiting in the room. He comes, he starts recording. He was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You can not say nothing right now, or you can have a lawyer present. If I ain't do nothing, I don't care. Let's just get this shit over with, because I know I ain't going to jail, because I ain't did shit. Look at me bleeding all over the fucking place, right? I'm not knowing that this monkey did this bullshit already and got I don't even know my gun is not in the house.
Wow.
At this point, I'm thinking my shit, so I'm like, yo.
You think this is the first time any discussion is being had about what's in the house?
Yeah. So, they come, they question, so he starts recording. So I'm like, yeah, so this happened, she did this, she did that, she did this. And, they took pictures, took all the pictures, so I'm feeling like I'm straight. And then he goes, was there a firearm produced at any time in this argument? In this argument, I'm like, no. He was like, do you own one? I said, yeah, but it ain't in my name, but it's in the house. He was like, is it in the house? I said, yeah, it's in the house. He said, where? He said, I said, in the bedroom. He sent the police officer in there. They didn't see it. I said, it's right on the wall, bro, like by the nightstand. It's standing up. He said, there's nothing in there. And he said, you want to go show me? I went in there. And I'm like, dog, I look, it's gone, the shit gone, the stick gone, my jewelry box is wide open with no jewelry in it. And I told him on body cam, I said, you see this, right? Put this on body cam. She just stole all my jewelry, just to let you know. So, and I'm like, why are you asking me about a gun, bruh? And he was like, well, I can't really disclose that, but she did. We do have statement that there was a gun produced and you pulled a gun on her.
Jesus.
I said, oh my fucking God. How do you process that, my nigga? How do you process you just leaving Fleming's to she said you pulled a gun on her?
Right.
And your child.
Right.
I said, and he was like, I'm like, so he said, let's just go down to the station. So and I'm already knowing, I'm like, I looked around.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I looked around and I said, boy, God, thank you for taking me even this far. But you know what I'm saying? Just be with me, bro. Like, it's about to go down. I left my shit. I looked around. I took a last little mental picture of my shit, bro. And I was gone. You know what I'm saying? And
when you say you were gone, you was arrested.
Yeah, I went down there. They ain't arrested me yet, but once we got in the room, they was like, the state attorney, whatever. I talked to her, and they said that they're gonna charge you. They're charging you, and I'm like, charging me with what? And
but it's something I want to circle back earlier. There were surveillance. Why did you at that time not show the surveillance that was in the house?
I forgot to tell you that. So while we're doing he's questioning me and recording me, one of the other officers that was leaning on the table like this, he goes, what's this? And it was the back piece of the nanny cam, where it has the screens.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? But when I was like, oh shit, I said that's the I got footage. That's the nanny cam. And then when I looked at it, it was all red squares. And then when I looked for the camera's gone. That was sitting right there
it magically disappeared on its own.
It's gone. It's right there sitting on the kitchen counter facing the living room that saw everything, and it faces half of the bedroom, so you can see everything that happened in the bedroom. Because it happened, all the glass she threw at me was in sight of that nanny cam,
Right.
on both ends, in the living room and in the bedroom. The way it's set up, you can see both rooms like
So
that.
where did it go?
Gone. She took it. She took my jewelry. She took my phone. She took my stick. She took the camera on the way out, bruh.
And this all just happens spontaneously.
When I left the house, that moment I ran out the house with my child, try to take my child out the house, and I ran out yelling help. At that moment, that's when she did all that, stole all of that, concocted that monkey story, and you know what I'm saying. So now I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, they charging me, dog. They charging me. I'm like, what? Say battery, deadly weapon, false imprisonment. Say I wouldn't let her out the house.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and child abuse, give no great bodily harm. I said I just picked my baby up. She said, yeah, there's some scratches on her. So you talking about you scratched my baby? You harmed a child? Because it's impossible.
Yeah, when she was trying to tug.
It was no. That doesn't make scratches, bro.
Mm.
That doesn't make scratches. She had clothes on. This doesn't make scratches.
Right.
How do you put scratches on a? Where did she get the scratches from?
Right.
And if I supposedly choked her, like she said, that until she was lethargic and the ambulance and DCF came and had to revive her and resuscitate her, she said on a whole nother podcast. She's light skinned as fuck, bro.
Right.
My baby high yellow, bro. If you pinch her cheeks hard, that shit gonna be red for 2 days. Right. Where's the marks on the neck?
welts,
You talking
the
about
welts.
where's the marks on the neck
Right.
for me choking my fucking child? What are you talking about, you stupid bitch?
So they take you to TGK.
Monkey funky hoe.
So they take you to TGK.
Hate that shit eater.
So how long you were at TGK?
Three days. So 3 days. So the first day I'm in there, I called Lido.
Mm-hmm.
Lido say, boy, your Instagram gone, bro. She deleted your Instagram. I call Lido again. He say, boy, she on Tasha K, boy. Going in. Oh, she got another interview today.
So she had access to your Instagram?
Cause she used my my phone. She stole my phone.
So the phone you were looking for, she had that phone.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah. So she had it, and she had it. She deleted my shit. She changed my iCloud password. Called herself. Well, I'm going a little bit further down, but called herself 3 times from the iCloud address, I guess from my daughter iPad or something, to try to revoke my bond. So now, every 2-3 months, she'll make up something and send it to the state for a motion to revoke my bond. Witness intimidation, everything, anything you could think of, bro. She tries to like.
Where do you think the anger came from? Why was she
Nah,
so
that's not
mad?
anger. That's not anger.
What was it?
I don't know what it is.
Do you think she ever loved you at one point? Did she ever love you?
Nah, those kind of people don't. They see. She's not diagnosed, and I can't diagnose anything like that, because these kind of people, right? I look while I was sitting there and I had time to do research on fucking personality disorders, and everything that she did to me fell in the column of NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. I know people use that term like just for people who just wants attention and stuff like that, but no, it's deeper than that, and it's an actual disorder mentally. And it affects your personality. It should be a mental disorder, not a personality disorder. But I'm not a doctor. I can't say that's what she has. I can't say. All I know is what happened to me falls under a certain category of mental illness.
But this was your wife.
I know.
This was your baby mother.
Yeah.
Why would she want so much harm inflicted upon you? And we're not talking about harm. We're talking about loss of your freedom.
I have no
which
clue.
is priceless.
I have no clue, bro. No clue. To this day, I have no clue. And she even apologized to me. So mind you, no, hold on. Let me go. I ain't finished yet. So now for about 6 times she tries to revoke my bond. She tried to say, when I text her through co-parenting app, I said, stop lying. God is watching you. God's gonna deal with you. She took that, went to the state. She said, state, the God that he's talking about is trapped _God_Lido on Instagram. That's his brother. That's his hitman.
Got a dot on the shirt like Target. When I drop that pic, she hearted. Even though sometimes I'm heartless. Put ice right where my heart is. In a Model 3 with a gypsy. Lean over and say she wanna kiss me. Don Julio made her whole tipsy. I just say she wanna listen to naked. Yeah, diamonds be dancing frisky. Gotta put on a set, Ricky. Be out of the door, but I gotta go back cause I might have forgot the blicky. All my bitches bad as shit. We on top like chandelier. We make a movie, crib full of baddies and bougies. Glocks, FNs, and Uzis. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweep that bitch like nudie. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweep that bitch like nudie. All my bitches bad as shit. We on top like chandelier. We make a movie, crib full of baddies and bougies. Glocks, FNs, and Uzis. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweep that bitch like nudie. I might pop out like John Wayne. Come through, sweep some shit like nudie.